Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Wrestleslam, the podcast brought to you by Manscaped.com and the McCoy Casino Cork City. And yet again, we bring you a fresh, brand new episode like we do every single week, recorded here in Cork City every Monday. And we go out on YouTube on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Irish UK time. We're joined by the one and only Phil Connolly and, of course, the one and only Tommy J, who's got a massive, massive fan base worldwide. Did you fill Tommy in, Phil, with the news that there was a message?
Yeah.
What news?
There was some array, some woman goes, Tommy is a cutie.
I saw that, yeah. But I think it was a bot, to be honest. There was probably a robot, no?
It's robot or no robot. People admire the great Tommy J. So guys, I think it's fair to say, obviously, we want to talk about numerous stuff. Obviously, we're going to mention RCW towards the end of the show. They've got a big show that's coming in March. But we're going to go right into it. The Bloodline, The Rock, Roman Reigns. It's a topic worthy of speaking to. We'll also quickly touch base towards the end of the show about Rev Pro, where Tony Khan, Orange Cassidy were in attendance and more. So we'll have some details on that just towards the end of the show. But let's talk about The Rock first of all, Tommy and Phil. Last week's SmackDown was pretty cool. I liked what The Rock was wearing. I like this whole heel turn via The Rock. Phil, what's your thoughts? What's happening? Mania it's getting closer and closer. Elimination Chamber is close. What's happening? What can you see happening?
First off is the Grayson Waller show this weekend. I reckon that'll set up the tag match.
Grayson Waller, is it?
Yeah, he's got the Grayson Waller effect on the pay-per-view at the weekend.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll set up the tag match with Rock and Reigns versus Cody and Rollins. But the thing about, you notice that thing on SmackDown where he called Reigns a loser, the Rock called Reigns a loser.
Yeah, he could have done that, didn't he?
Yeah.
We all do that. He'd done that.
Yeah. Oh, he's so costing him because he needs the fans back on his side.
Yeah. So, are we saying at WrestleMania, The Rock and Roman beat Cody and Seth?
I think they should beat him. I think they should.
And then does The Rock cost Cody, or he costs Roman on
I think he costs
second
Roman.
night?
I think Cody Rhodes has to win.
Yeah.
Can Cody win without The Rock interfering?
Oh, it's 100%, but like it's all about where they're going.
So they're going to set up The Rock and Roman for the
I
following
think,
year, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know when. Might even be SummerSlam. You never know with them.
What? Oh, yeah. So Grayson Waller doing the pay-per-view on Sunday.
On Saturday morning. Yeah. Saturday morning here.
What time is it starting Saturday here?
10 a.m.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just be getting in, Tommy, at that time.
Just be waking up. Oh, what a rush last night full with cocktails.
You'll just be getting up.
Yeah, Friday night, huh? What a night.
Just what time is it? I just got in. But yeah, it's I'm kind of liking what's happening at this moment in time, because obviously we were all pissed off that, well, a lot of people were pissed off that Cody's not going to get the title shot. We don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins. But it's like they're fixing the problem in a nice way, because like obviously like Seth gets to wrestle at Mania if the tag team happens, and then like it's a win-win for all four, because like, you know what I mean, Seth's in a tag team with Cody against The Rock and Roman, and it's nice, but it's fair to say
in Perth, is it, in Elimination Chamber, the tag match?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the Grayson Waller effect is
Oh no, but Wednesday, when are they doing a tag match?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, we reckon.
Night one, is it?
Yeah.
And then night two will be Cody versus Reigns, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, which is a bollocks, because a lot of us will be wrecked on the Sunday, like.
Yeah.
Something similar happened 10 years ago, didn't it? To me, it's funny how it happened like that. Like.
Yeah, and then 10 years before that, you had Benoit and Eddie, so it is kind of mental, all right?
Yeah, they chose Shawn Michaels in that match to add just to add more star power, I'd say, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe they were.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. Yeah.
Is Dustin Rose, is he still contracted to All Elite Wrestling?
I think so. Yeah, I believe Tony Khan said if they reached out that he could work something out, or so I don't know. It was something where he would allow him to appear on one show or something.
Would it be nice to see Golos / you know what I mean,
I
Dustin Rhodes?
Dustin Rhodes.
Hmm?
It would be nice. I'd like it.
Hmm.
I think fans would like that too.
Yeah, because like I'd say he's on great terms with WWE. Goldust. He's
Oh,
never
yeah.
done nothing. He's never done nothing wrong. Like, you know what I mean? He's had some great runs.
Plus, as well, they've helped him numerous of times with drug use and stuff like that over the past. So
Yeah, he's very, very thankful.
Yeah.
What do you make of The Rock and this shirt that he was wearing on SmackDown? Because
1999 Rock again.
I liked it. You know what I mean? I love the way he looks. I love the way he's gatching. It's like a Legion of Doom, Nation of Domination kind of vibe. He's got that fucking African vibe about him, like, you know what I mean? He's
This goes
roots,
to
you
show
know?
you though that The Rock is so tuned in, he gets it. Like
That shirt he's wearing, that's from like 2000, isn't it? Or 99.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think he's just trying to bring back the Hollywood Rock as well, but that doesn't really apply to it.
Yeah.
But obviously, maybe it's more connected with the Samoan. Is it a Samoan cultural shirt?
I just think it's just a $500 shirt.
The Hawaiian
what-
shirt, I think, you know?
What is the family roots again? So his father Samoan and his mother was Samoan too, was she?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
No, The Rock.
No, his father was Rocky Johnson. He was
but his dad was but his dad, Rocky Johnson's dad then was he.
The high chief Peter Maivia, yeah.
No, that comes from his mother's side, I think. Like I think Rocky Johnson is no Samoan blood in him.
Okay.
He's married into it.
Yeah, I remember I was looking at something, the family tree, but like obviously he's well connected. But it's just
There was some blood brother relative thing, like there's a thing in Samoan culture, I think, where there's like a blood brother relation thing. It's like marriage with tribal people, you know.
Yeah,
I'd love to look into it more. Actually,
I think there is definitely some kind of relation right though to it.
There's so many fellas out there who are not even part of this whole bloodline as well.
Yeah, well, they'll start bringing more in now. Like, you know, there's a lot of free agents at the moment. In regards to relations of The Rock and Roman, so I'd say we might see some more stuff come. I'm quickly going to touch base in just regards to SmackDown and Raw. But first of all, Raw tonight, guys. Obviously, we recorded a show on a Monday. Jey Uso takes on Gunther Intercontinental Championship match. R-Truth, The Miz, DIY combined to battle the Judgment Day. A huge last chance battle royal will determine the last women's Elimination Chamber entrant. Yeah, Jesus, I'm just looking there now.
Surely it's Jade Cargill.
Well, then again, she's not in that match.
Yeah.
Do you know she's not in this match for the, you know what I mean? She's not in the match for the Battle Royal tonight. It's obviously Selena Vega, Zoe Stark, Shayna, Alba Fry, and how do you pronounce it? Michin. Is Mike? Yeah, I'd say Michin. That's the way I'd say it too. Yeah, it's one of them. I'd say maybe Selena Vega or Zoe Stark. Yes. Although Shayna should be the favourite, like, but no.
So Matt Murphy's joining us. He's knocking on the door, so I'm just going to let him in.
But yeah, it's. What was the ratings? Did you get the ratings? I love the way we're outside the box here. Did you get the ratings for SmackDown, guys? Were the ratings good for SmackDown?
I think they were definitely up with The Rock. They
were definitely up. It wasn't late whatsoever. I agree.
Yeah, I don't see the exact numbers, but I believe that they were up a bit, all right, with The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock on the show.
Yeah, so we are joined by Matt Murphy. He's just joined us, guys, via satellite from. He's in California right now. Hello, Matt.
Yeah, California's great crack. As you can see, I'm wearing my workout weightlifting shirt because it's just so hot. I think I just brought the weather with me, guys. So straight from California, and I agree with everything that was just said, even if I don't agree.
Definitely. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you.
I get to the point, Rabbit.
I love it. Yeah, so we were just talking about The Rock, and I want to know, Matt, because you're similar to The Rock. You kind of look like The Rock.
I've been said that 1 or 2 times. Go on.
What did you think of his appearance on SmackDown Friday? What do you think of the shirt? What do you think of the look? What do you think it was a good vibe? He's a heel Rock. What are you liking about The Rock at the moment?
What I'm really liking about The Rock is like he's kind of used to being a heel in so many ways. As we all know, it's kind of similar to when he had to turn heel when he first came onto the scene, and the fans just like booed him, just all hated him, and he thought he's probably one of the first wrestlers that had to turn heel due to the heat. So, I think as soon as he knew he was going to take the place from Cody, he actually kind of knew that it was going to come, so he was already preparing for it. And seeing him with the bloodline is like, I think I would say with WWE these days are very unpredictable. I'm just really excited to see what work he's going to do with Roman Reigns, because I think I actually prefer The Rock when he's a heel, just because his promos can be just so well said, and he's actually, because he knows how to get under the fan's skin, because he cuts the best promos. So I'm loving heel Rock. Is that Hollywood Rock, corporate Rock? I'm ready to see that he's gonna go out of power against Cody.
Nation of Domination, Rock. Do you see? We spoke to you just before we come on about how WrestleMania is looking and it's going to be set up. Are you in two minds about, like, what's going to happen, or do you agree with Phil and I suppose all of us in the sense that The Rock will team up with Roman to face Seth Rollins and Cody on night 1, and then on night 2, then Cody will face Roman. Do you think that's going to happen, and do you think The Rock is going to turn on Roman to help Cody win the title?
I think I think I remember a few weeks ago I was kind of against this because I didn't know how it works, but now that The Rock's part of the bloodline, won't really make sense if they're going to go ahead with Roman and The Rock. What I can see definitely, I can see Seth the tag team match going ahead, and Bloodline, The Rock and Roman will win, and it looks like they're going into night 2 dominating. Like I could see Roman actually picking up the win, stealing The Rock's thunder. And then we're going to go into night 2, and Cody's going to be hitting crossroads. Samoa Sikoa is going to come in and hit him with the thumb. And just at the very last minute, The Rock actually breaks up the count and rock bottoms Roman Reigns, giving Cody Rhodes the win. And that'll set up their match at the next WrestleMania. They're going to do like The Rock and John Cena, build a match up for the next year.
I have an alternative.
Oh God, what?
Do they definitely have to contractually do a main event with The Rock?
I think they do as part of a deal.
All right. So what I was actually thinking they could do is The Rock in Roman's side in the main event, and have maybe even Triple H involved with Cody, and a bit like when they did the hair versus hair of Vince and Donald Trump with Bobby Lashley and Umaga.
Oh yeah,
be a bit of fun, like not in that sense, but I mean like just having The Rock and Triple H on both sides of the fence would add a bit of buzz to the main event itself.
I could see that. Yeah, I could.
There was already a bit of a feud with the Rock and Triple H, and it was actually great to see Triple H be more involved with the storylines as well.
I suppose, I get what you're saying there, because like I think Phil's in agreement with me here. There was like a moment between Triple H and The Rock backstage. Now Triple H, there's no way he's ever going to wrestle again.
No,
he made that
clear.
No way. And he's a smart man.
I could see Triple H being involved, but I just think because of the we saw that backstage with The Rock and Triple H, Roman Reigns, how real that is. As in, like, maybe The Rock is slowly trying to get Triple H to go on his side, but there's gonna be like power dynamic storyline.
Yeah, Jesus, we're all full of answers here. I do like it, Tommy. I really do like that alternative as well.
Maybe that would fit into the contract of The Rock in the main event if he was just not even wrestling, but you never know. The Rock will probably make a bit of leeway on this too. Like, I think at the end of the day, didn't he invest like all his entire net worth into the stock, the TKO stock?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so that, like,
I didn't know that.
It's not like he's not open to alternatives in that sense, because he knows if there's backlash, his stock is going down. So he's very much part of the business now.
So is that true? Apparently he's put millions and millions into TKO.
Yeah. Well, He did, but like he's also getting a lot out of it as well.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And does
Yeah.
he owns the XFL too, doesn't he? Co-owner.
There's something about that, but the biggest thing that he's after getting back is now owns the Rock name.
Yeah. I know I'm going off topic, but like there's no way in a million years that the XFL can compete with the NFL, is there? Not a fucking chance. Is there?
No,
I think even fold, to be honest.
I'm going to talk to you in a while, Aaron, on doing the call. Sorry, guys.
Tommy,
Is that
tell the ladies to back off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I like the way that we I absolutely love the way that we are all in discussion here deep about the Rock.
When Phil, I just want to make sure, when Phil said that The Rock owns the Rock name, does that mean like WWE is gonna get no profit if he's like
It's all him. It's all the Rock. Yeah, he got it back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For those of you who are watching, you don't understand. If a WWE wrestler gets cast in a movie, but they use their wrestling name, WWE gets like 10% of the profits they make. So now The Rock has a full on use to it.
Yeah. Interesting. It's fair to say, lads, that this Rock stuff, this Roman Reigns, Cody stuff, it's actually turned the attention away from all the other matches that are there right now. No one knows what's happening, only The Rock, Roman / Seth and Cody. Like, we're forgetting about all the other matches, really, aren't we? Like, you know what I mean? There's no hype about Becky. There's no hype about, like, there was talk Stone Cold might come back. We don't know what's happening now. It's still a while away, but
I think CM Punk posted a video saying that Bayley deserves justice against Io Sky because she won the Royal Rumble, and that's a big deal, and that's put on the back burner. So when I heard that story, I was like, oh, yeah, no one gives love to Bayley. We need to talk about that match more to get that noticed.
I agree. I'm just on the Wikipedia page right now, and there has been, like, there's obviously matches announced. Obviously, Roman versus Cody, Io Sky versus Bayley, Rhea Ripley versus the Women's Elimination Chamber match winner, Seth Rollins versus the Men's Elimination Chamber match. So that's something that we haven't talked about just yet. That Rollins will face the winner of the Men's Elimination Chamber. So is that crazy that potentially Seth Rollins can wrestle twice at Mania with this injury?
Yeah, but the tag match allows him to not do as much.
But does he take a break after this? Obviously, if Rollins fights at Mania,
You would think so. You would think so.
Does he take a break right after it? Like, is that his calling? Drops the title and he's gone in for a few months.
I think he would, because he deserves it as well.
Call.
I can see Rollins actually dropping the title to be realistic because he doesn't want to further his injury because outside of he's a father, he needs to think about like his kids with Becky Lynch and all that kind of way. So I could see that would be a great way to end the title run for himself.
Yeah, and who for you wins that Elimination Chamber, lads? Like, we look at the Elimination Chamber.
1000%.
Who's that?
Drew McIntyre 1000%.
You think so? Yeah.
I think he'll win as well at WrestleMania.
How bad?
Yeah, like McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul.
Yeah. Oh, it's McIntyre 1000%. There's nobody else in there. I like Seth Rollins as a face now. You got to remember as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, what do you make of this? The new Cats Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate?
Rubbish, really bad. There's not wrong with British strong style.
I don't like Pete Dunne anyway.
There's not wrong with it.
Not a fan.
He does that.
I like it. I like the British strong style, and it should have stayed what it was. There's no.
Yeah.
Is he in NXT now? Pete Dunne, is he?
Oh, SmackDown.
No, SmackDown.
He was on NXT recently though.
Oh yeah, there's a few of them went back and forth there for a few weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Pete Dunne still, lads. I was a big fan of him when he was on NXT UK. I thought WWE was going to fuck him over with the Butch character, but he made it work anyway at the end. But I'm still on board with him at the moment, even if WWE clearly doesn't know what he's doing at the moment. Like,
yeah, no, it's obviously we know Pete Dunne from OTT, we know Tyler Bate from OTT, we know Tyler Bate from CCW. He wrestled in Cork at what's the name of the hotel?
Commons.
The Commons, which has changed its name. So the Commons on the Mallow Road. He wrestled there, Tyler Bate. I remember Steve went up and asked him for an interview, and he was reluctant, but he came over and we got a quick interview with Tyler Bate. At that time, he was the NXT, was he NXT UK champion at that time?
If he wasn't, it was very close to losing it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see what will come out of that. If they will go on a march on a mission, will they win titles? It remains to be seen. But it's good to see Pete Dunne back. Obviously, Tyler Bate. Look, they have a lot of history. They're missing their third man. You know, will we see a certain somebody make that return, Phil? Someone that we know so well. He's signed to All Elite.
Trent Seven.
Yeah.
He signed a 2-year deal with Impact.
Did he really? Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long he's going. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but I think it was 2.
2. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to Impact in a second. I just want to go through some quick headlines. I know Phil will have some at the end. Booker T. So Booker, the five-time. He says that Billy Kidman should be in talks to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I don't see why not. Obviously, there's people probably more deserving than him that are not in there, but I don't see why not. He's very good.
Who is someone who is go on,
Lex
sorry,
Luger
Matt.
is my number 1 that's not in there.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I would like to see Billy Kidman in it. Like I remember I started watching wrestling and he was involved in it after the WCW era, invasion. And yeah, he was still one of the first few high flyers that was very underrated. But he had a good storyline with Paul London for a brief time. He wasn't one of those wrestlers that he wanted to grab the brass rings. He was just there, like he just wants to compete and get recognized. So I could go in the Hall of Fame.
I loved him.
He changed his whole attire when he came to WWE, didn't he? He didn't have to
cut the hair and stuff, and just went shorter and I don't know. I was going to say there because obviously we like to talk about
the animals thing, you know. What's that?
Yeah, that was class. When it comes to Hall of Fame, and it's going to be talked about a lot more now as the weeks go on because we're getting closer to WrestleMania. And yet again, I will talk about WrestleCon, guys, towards the end of the show as well. So I'm not going to forget that. But anyway, when it comes to the Hall of Fame, Phil mentioned Lex Luger. He's a guy that's not being inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is an absolute catastrophe because unfortunately it seems like when a lot of wrestlers in their old age, you know, they depart the world, it seems they want to induct them there and then.
Yeah.
Like there should be no cap on how many people are inducted to a Hall of Fame. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't want to see
speeches, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see 20 or 30, like, you know, maybe 7 or 8. But Lex Luger is one of them. Matt, off the top of your head, can you think of anyone that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame and that's not?
I'm just trying to think of the top of my head that will be great influencers. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and say Lex Luger. Like he should be more because WWE was trying to use him so badly in some way but the fans wasn't really buying into him. Unfortunately, he was like the early mid 20s Roman Reigns. The fans wasn't into him even though when they tried it. So
yeah,
but he just needs to get more recognized. So I'm gonna be on the Lex Luger bandwagon on this one for sure.
Yeah, I'm just looking there at the Hall of Fame, right? So obviously the formation started in 1993, so 30 years ago. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, well, yeah, 30 years ago, I suppose. But anyway, it says in total there's 239 total inductees, 127 individual inductees, 46 legacy inductees, 18 group inductees, so that means 51 wrestlers, 13 celebrity ones, and 9 Warrior Award inductees, right? So I agree 100%. Lex Luger is a guy that needs to be in there. So the first guy inducted to the Hall of Fame, I believe, was Andre the Giant. Yeah, so Andre the Giant was the first one.
I think they should have now that Vince is gone, they should have a bit more leeway for people who weren't in the WWE or didn't have as much significant impact in the WWE, like Lex Luger in that sense, because he was a bigger star in WCW, especially after when he went back there in '95, and I just think it makes it a bit more interesting for the be a bit more universal about the general history of wrestling in the '90s. And
yeah, I think
that I have.
like Conan, for example, he wasn't
Yeah.
really in WWE, and he could be a great.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say Conan.
Yeah.
Some might say this might be a controversial pick, but I just recall, is Brian Pillman, is he in the Hall of Fame?
No.
No, I like to see Brian Pillman actually being in the Hall of Fame. I know it's a controversial one, but we need to remember that he actually kind of made his own path in some way in WWE. He was the first wrestler to have creative ideas of the loose cannon gimmick. And
Also,
yeah,
his son is also in NXT, and like he'd be a perfect person to induct, just like Braun Breaker did for the Steiner brothers. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was going to mention. But his son is in NXT, but remember he's not Brian Pillman Jr. He's Luger King, is it?
Yeah.
His whole gimmick is he wants to forget everything about Brian Pillman because he was like saying, "Oh, he wasn't there for me." So I can imagine that he'll come out, talk about Brian Pillman, and just like tarnish on his legacy, and that's how he's going to get more talks.
Steve Austin should probably induct him. So,
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good idea. Like, yet again, we talk about many topics, but like, who is that one guy, Phil, that will be inducted? Who's the main inductee this year?
No real names, standout names, but I'd say Ken Shamrock
Hmm.
or Batista, one or the other.
talks of Paul Heyman as well, but that should probably happen
It
later.
should always happen after they retire. This shouldn't happen when they're still going.
Yeah.
Do you think Vince McMahon would have been inducted this year?
No, I don't think so.
If no, I said like, do you think it would have been this year? Like,
I don't think he ever would have went in, ever.
yeah.
I can so I can see Vince McMahon getting into the Hall of Fame, but you know what's happening right now. Even I'm not taking any sides at the moment, lads, till the truth gets out, as we all know. But whatever side happens, it's going to be a controversial pick either way for Vince McMahon. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. This is why we all do the shows. Like
Also, as well, it looks like Brock Lesnar won't even be ever inducted into
I got a wild card for you, Disco Inferno.
Disco Fever. Yeah, what I will say is that look, it's this is why we do the show. In every part of the world right now, there's a wrestling podcast, and we all debate, we all talk, we try and iron subjects and topics out. It's crazy that there has not normally there's a big mention of an inductee, like someone that's going to headline
That's
Hall
not
of
very
Fame.
late. Yeah, it's getting very late.
But Batista is a good one, and I actually thought he was inducted already. That's
Well, he was supposed to be, and then COVID hit.
yeah.
I can definitely see Batista getting into the Hall of Fame. Because he did say he's kind of done with WWE, but I think Hall of Fame would be a huge honor for him.
And his current fame in Hollywood will bring a lot of attention to the Hall of Fame as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm all for Batista. I like Batista.
I think it's to be said this. I think I love Batista, and I think he's probably has the best wrestler to actor story because, like me and Phil said, that he takes it seriously. So yeah, it's gonna be more people tuning into the Hall of Fame because of it.
Like, if you were to pick a celebrity to go into Hall of Fame,
Chuck Norris.
Arnold
But no,
Schwarzenegger.
he was never in WWF. I think it
he
was.
was actually.
Was he? Was he there once?
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett got an awful kick off him. Survivor Series in 1984.
What about the basketball player in NWO? What's his name again?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, yeah.
Yes.
Was
Karl Malone as well.
Yeah. Malone.
Was Andy Kaufman gone to the Hall of Fame?
I think there's issues, but now, as you said, Vince is gone, so.
Because he can be a good pick. Because wasn't he one of the first celebrities to actually get in a rivalry with a wrestler, Jerry the King Lawler? And people
He was,
Yeah, Jesus, it's an interesting one. There was a few people asking there about us doing a 2K24 kind of video when the game comes out. Now, I'm sure Matt Murphy, Phil, and myself will get together, and Tommy, and we'll have a game. But there was announced as well today that there's been some new stars announced for that game, and Alba Fry is one of them. Bad Bunny's in it, guys. He's in 2K24. Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, Maxine Dupree.
Post Malone.
Yeah, Eliza Dawn, Tegan Knox. So yeah, that's just some of the roster that has been revealed. But I am very happy for Alba Frey, or Frey, because I suppose she's like, you know, a UK star. She worked very hard on the independent scene for many years. Well, it's good to see that. But yeah, that's a game that we will play. And I'm sure we'll get a couple of videos up, guys, when that comes out. We will buy a copy. And who knows, we might give away a copy as well. And just stay tuned to our Twitter page. We do have 2 Becky Lynch books to give away, signed by Becky Lynch herself. They will be available this coming March. So just stay tuned for the details on that.
Yeah.
Phil, do you have any... Sorry, Matt, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say real quick, lads. What's everyone's favorite WWE game of all time? Don't even
No
think.
Mercy. No, actually, the Revenge.
Warzone.
Revenge for me,
WCW
or WrestleMania 2000. Bit of nostalgia.
For me, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, or no, this counts, SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're only a young fella though, compared to me, Tommy, and Phil. But do you remember the worst game? I think the worst game might have been WCW Mayhem.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. I saw.
You have the same developer for Warzone as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're almost like swap companies. It's kind of ironic when you think about it.
It might actually be the worst one I played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the worst wrestling game I played was Backyard Wrestling. It was just the company itself, and I remember I bought it with a buddy of mine. It was like, oh, this is class. And all we did is whatever wrestlers we play would always like go the wrong direction and pick up the weapon, just randomly toss it at each other. I'd be like, yeah, this isn't hardcore.
Who was it? Who was in that game again? Backyard Wrestling. Was there any notable names?
Not that I could think of.
Just Nick Cage. Nick Gage. I think that was his name.
I was thinking actually about getting one of the games off Steam at the moment for my Steam Deck. I suppose you can be able to do almost anything in it.
Yeah, I think I remember playing it. We were like, let's play one of these iconic names like Michael, Nick.
Oh, the Insane Clown Posse were in it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. There were some days, you think how bad the graphics were, but SmackDown, I remember SmackDown was fucking epic on the PS. It was a PS2, I think, at the time. But yeah, they were the days.
I remember when I was younger, and it was SmackDown Just Bring It, and they did the most trolls ever. The opening was the graphics of Kurt Angle, The Rock, and it looked so clear and everything. We're like, oh my God, this looks class. Then you play the actual game, and the graphics look nothing like the opening of it. So we're like,
Yeah.
You remember that?
They were
a
good
couple
days.
of couple of headlines there just before I go.
Headlines.
Before we go, Gunther is now the longest reigning IC champion.
Attaboy, Gunther.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think he'll have it. I think he'll win again at WrestleMania.
Who's he going to beat though?
He actually, do you know what? He did an interview the other day. I don't know if any of you saw it. I can't remember who the guy was, but he asked him about Brock Lesnar. And he said that's not happening. So
That's Brock Breaker. What are they going to do with him on SmackDown?
I don't know. I'm very intrigued.
Yeah. He joined the Bloodline maybe as an enforcer.
Yeah. Do you know who'd be a great match at WrestleMania? Now, I for obvious reasons it might not happen, but JD McDonough versus Gunther, because we know the matches they've had at OTT in Ireland for the belts. If they understood the chemistry between JD McDonough and Gunther, that would be a fucking epic match at WrestleMania. And I'm telling you now, I think that could be a 5-star match, and that's no lie. I think if you look at JD McDonough, Aka, Jordan Devlin versus Walter guys on YouTube at OTT for many championship belts in OTT, their matches are iconic. So the fans are behind JD McDonough. They are behind them, but it's just, do they make it happen? Do they have to give someone else a try? Is it too soon for JD? You just don't know. But I'd love that match.
Yeah, I want to see JD sooner or later down the line break out of Judgment Day, because it's kind of upsetting to say it out loud because we all love Jordan Devlin, but he's kind of the joke of the Judgment Day at this point. That's the whole point. But I would love to see him breaking out of that.
He's there for the rub as well. I think they're trying to put him with Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and just to give him a bit of exposure. So
there's a couple of people there that could beat Gunther. Sami Zayn is number one.
Yeah, he's on a he's got a heel turn coming, I'd say, is he?
Yeah, he does actually have a heel turn.
Kevin
What?
Owens might as well, I think. I think Kevin Owens is probably more likely to have a heel turn.
Chad Gable would be brilliant as well.
I'd love it.
Mhm.
I would love it.
I would love to see him actually suplexing Gunther. That would be a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, I would love that.
Velveteen Dream had his first match back.
Yeah, and I think the promotion said, look, there's no regrets, and I think listen, we don't know the extent of what actually happened with the Velveteen Dream. There was accusations, this and that. He's denied everything. Phil, what's your take on it? What he's back? He looked good. He looked like he's in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, like, did you watch the interview that he did with Chris?
Chris, we love Chris, by the way. Chris is the man.
Yeah, he basically there his name on it. It was pretty good. But again, wrestlers work, so you don't know what's real and what's not real.
Well, he's bisexual, isn't he?
Well, his character is.
Yeah.
He's married and living on a farm, I think.
I heard it. No, that's why they made him out to be in TNA, because I think he came out as bisexual at the time. No, that's what I thought.
Could have been, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he got like a bit of heat because like his character's gay, but he's actually straight in real life.
Yeah. He's an interesting character. I'll refer back to that moment I had. I was doing media work at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, and just happened to have half the roster in a room, and Velveteen Dream. We just interviewed Drew McIntyre. Velveteen Dream came over, and I'm telling you now, he was in character. And me and Kenny McIntosh from Inside the Ropes were just like, this is going to be very, very interesting. So Kenny grabbed him, and it was just the way, it was like, Kenny asked him a question, and from what I remember, Velveteen Dream just paused for like 20 seconds. And Kenny was like, give it up. Is he going to answer the question? But yeah, it was just this guy. Look, I'm going to go back to the Velveteen Dream before all these accusations came out. This guy was one of the biggest prospects, biggest properties in WWE. He was an absolute
John
star.
Cena said he could be the next John Cena.
He was definitely in the pipeline for something huge. Now, can he rebuild himself? Can he do what he has to do? I think he can. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few months. But he's a very, very interesting character.
Yeah.
There's just something about him.
Yeah.
Something about him that's very unique.
What's the other bit of news I had here was Tony Khan was at Rev Pro.
Which looked he was off his fucking game. Just see him in the crowd. Come on! Announcement, and everyone was like, see the guy, Tony, have you got an announcement for us?
Tony Khan has an announcement every week. It's like Tony, it's not a big one.
We got a skinny ROH wrestler versus a Japanese wrestler you never heard about.
I love it. Tommy, give us more promos. By the way, Tommy's promo, get jacked up. That was viral, by the way.
I don't know. I might do the old Elvis gimmick next. Remember, Elvis was on Raw. Remember?
That was not Elvis. That was your man there, Rob Bartlett.
So he was talking about Lex Luger. Look at him move his dance.
I think because I did upload on TikTok of Tommy Jack's promo, and all I can think of is Scott Steiner's old workout video. If you remember that online.
Oh yeah.
My freaks, holla if you hear me.
If you hear me.
Him with the girl goes, I need a bit more sexy. Come over here.
Before we wrap up, guys, I had to mention quickly as well, guys. I had to quickly mention WrestleCon. So this is an event that happens around the WrestleMania week, okay? Now, I'm going to quickly go through some of the guests. We want to say hello to our friends at WrestleCon. So there's been a lot of big announcements, guys. If you are a wrestling fan, you are in America, there's a lot of wrestlers incoming. But I'm quickly going to go through some of the names that have been announced for WrestleCon in bit of order. So, like, obviously, the Acclaimed are there. Ahmed Johnson, Sting's there. Anna Jay's there. Aaron Anderson's there. Bill Alfonso, he's one of the ECW legends. Billy Gunn, the Blue Meanie. Bob Orton's there. Brooke Adams, the Boogeyman. Colt Cabana is there. Candice Michelle. You have D Malenko, guys, which is a big one. Demolition is there. Doink and Dink, Earl Hebner, Ernest Miller. So Ernest the Cat Miller, the Godfather's there.
Where?
At WrestleCon. Francine is there. The Honky Talk Man is there. You've got Jake the Snake Roberts. Izzy Moreno is there. So Phil's a big fan of her. Phil reckons she's got a big future.
I think she should be in the crowd for the radio match.
Yeah, I think so too. The Hardy Boys are there. Matt and Jeff. Jerry Lawler is there. Just Credible is there. Kevin Nash. Conan is there. Kurt Angle. Lex Luger. You have Lita Marie Varian. You have Mariah May is there. Mark Cardona. Masha Slamovic. Matt Riddle's there. You have just look. I could be here all day, but I'm just trying to get through. Nails is there. That's apparently a very rare one. Mero's there. Dolph Ziggler. Perry Sadarin is one I'd love to see.
No
He's
way.
there. Yeah, Perry Sadarin is there.
For him, because what happened over the years,
Yeah, Raven and Rikishi.
I'm assuming that Rick Steiner is still banned, right?
Yeah, his name's not there. Rob Van Dam, Ron Simmons, the Sandman, Sabu, Sergeant Slaughter, Shane Douglas, Sid Vicious, he's there. Sky Blue, Sonny Ono, he was the Ultimate Dragons manager. Today,
Tommy loves him. Teaching.
Yeah.
Who?
Today,
Tony Ono, you know that fella.
Tony Ono. Today they announced the one and the only Steve Blackman.
Class.
Just love it.
Lethal Weapon, so he's there. Summer Rae's there, guys. Now there's going to be many more announcements as the weeks go on. Tasha Steeles, Teddy DiBiase, Terry Reynolds is there. You have Tito Santana. You have Tony Atlas, Trish Stratus. Yeah, Ultimate Dragons there. Wardlow's there. So yeah, look, guys, if you are going to be,
is Tank Abbott there? Is Tank Abbott there?
No, he's not there.
Oh, shame.
Victoria Crawford's there, who is formerly, what was her name again?
Victoria Crawford.
Yeah,
Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox, yeah, who is the nicest woman in the world, by the way.
Well, to me, was.
Yeah,
I'm taking flights to LA from Cork, €526.
Yeah. Tommy, let's go. But yet again, guys, we are looking forward to a lot's happening. And yet again, RCW, guys, all the videos from our previous RCW show a few weeks ago are up and running. They're on YouTube, guys. They're on Twitter. They're on TikTok. So grab them as soon as you can, guys. It's going to be unreal. Yeah, sorry, I just had a little glitch. Yeah, so the next show, I'm Brian, and so is my wife. That is the next show, guys. RCW returns to the Pavilion on March 29th. Good Friday, the Pav, Cork City, over 18s. Tickets are at eventbrite.ie. And yet again, the lineup is incredible so far. You have Raven Creed, Owen Richards, you have G Money, you have Terry Thatcher, you've got Debbie, you've got Reardon O'Connor, so many big names. And the last show, Leif and Buzz Ads there. Yet again, guys, get your tickets ASAP. The last show sold out. It was incredible. If you want to see the aftermath of that show, go over to the Wrestleslam YouTube channel. Check out TikTok. Check us out on Twitter. But yet again, it's been a packed show. We've gone over 40 minutes. Normally we're 35 minutes. There was a lot to talk about. But yet again, from myself, from Phil, from Tommy and Matt, we thank you for tuning our way. Brought to you by Manscaped.com and the McCoy Casino Cork City. We will catch you next week. Get your tickets ASAP for RCW March 29th, the Pav, Cork City, eventbrite.ie. See you there, guys.
Oh, what a rush.
Get him now. Stop watching it. Get the tickets.
Get the ticket now, brother.